Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, set to make her ring walk, faisant son entrée vers le ring. Elle est invaincue, elle a un jab d'enfer et une vraie passion pour la boxe féminine. She is undefeated, she has a tremendous jab and a true passion for women's boxing. Veuillez accueillir la terreur rimouskoise. Let's welcome the terror of Rimouski, Marie-Ève Albert!
Hi, Jessica. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
I am fine. I am fine. We are on Zoom today. We had trouble with StreamYard. Nothing was working. Was it,
Complications,
that was the
technical complications.
Yes, complication. I was the same. I was recording this morning and it was complicated as well. We had a couple of problems setting the sound properly. Jessica, if you are here today with me, it's because you're fighting soon. You're in training camp right now.
Yes, I got a fight coming up.
Yes, on the undercard of
Yeah,
Jean-Pascal-Eifert fight in Quebec, in Laval, actually. It's not so common that you fight at home. Usually you
yeah.
fight in the States.
My last fight at home was in 2019, so it's been a while.
Before the pandemic. So it's an opportunity for you to showcase your skills in front of friends and family and, your people.
Exactly.
You,
Exactly.
you will have
I,
people to cheer for you.
yeah, I fought my last few fights in the US, which I didn't mind doing because I gained a different fans,
Yeah.
fought places, met different people. So it was also great for my career, but I am happy to be back at home.
Yes, visibility is always good, but
Mhm.
being at home in front of fans, friends, and so on, that's different vibe. Eh?
Yes,
Tell
definitely.
me, you're going to face Prisca Vicot, the French pugilist. She's very experienced.
Uh-huh.
So what do you know about this boxer actually? Because you have this name. Sometimes we don't know in advance who we are fighting, but this name, you got it since quite a long time, a couple of weeks already.
Name for some time. I actually, when I fought Melissa St. Phil, she was fighting on that same card. Um, so I seen a little bit of her. I know that she's experienced. She's a tough, durable opponent. So it's a good matchup. It's a great matchup. I feel like it's going to be a great fight. It's going to be entertaining for the fans. Um, it's going to be well worth it, that's for sure.
What do you expect for this year? Because, you've been fighting, you fought twice last year and twice the previous year. That was the pandemic, it was complicated. What are your goals for this year? You're starting with this fight. This is a quite interesting fight, I think. This opponent has more experience than some of your last opponents, or maybe not more experience, but like she had more success in previously. And
Hmm.
for you, it's good. It's a challenge in a way. But how do you want your year to happen? You know.
I feel like we're just that one call away from a world title shot. So ultimately, we're just waiting for that, right? This will be a great fight, a good stepping stone to get me, right back up there. I'm already there. I'm already there. But I just to keep busy and wait for that phone call um for a title shot. Hopefully with Chantel Cameron, Katie Taylor, whoever it may be. But we're
So
just waiting for
you're
that.
open-minded about the weight category as well.
Yeah, Yes.
You can make 135. You can make 140. Would you make 147?
I
Or
would.
yes?
I would definitely. Yeah.
Because you trained with Mary Spencer, who is heavier than you
Yeah,
already.
I feel strong. I feel strong at 140, and I spar with heavier girls at 147, at 154. So I feel like I can handle being in the weight division. And even somebody like Jessica McCaskill, who fights at 147, she usually fought at 135, right? So
I like that you named Jessica McCaskill, because we all saw your simulated face off in Jimmy's corner. Everyone saw it on social media. Jessica McCaskill mentioned you on the zone as well. That you shared shot with her. But like at a certain point, this is a kind of opponent you could face as well, like that you are interested in, and she is also interested in you. I mean, you're talking about Cameron, about Jessica McCaskill, about Kathy Taylor. You don't fear undisputed girls, you.
no, well, you're seeing that more in women's boxing. Like, you got the lightweight division at Alicia Baumgardner. She's undisputed. You got all these champions now being undisputed, right? And that's great. So it brings more exposure and more money to the sport of women's boxing.
True.
Right. I would definitely consider also going down to 130.
You can
definitely.
make the weight.
I mean, 135 was easy for me to make. It'd be great to see, what would it be like to get down to 130.
So if Alicia Baumgardner is listening to us.
Also.
But like, so this year, would you like to fight more than twice? Usually, I guess boxers, the ideal is 3 to 5 fights when you are trying to build your record, but you're not at that point. You have a record already. You got significant wins. You have success already. Are you in a hurry of fighting a lot, or you prefer to fight less but get better opponents?
I like to keep busy. Like, I don't want to just I don't want to wait around for that opportunity. So if I can't get that, I want to fight lined up, right? Just to keep me busy. I don't want too much time out of the ring. The ring rust starts to creep up on you. I want to keep busy, stay sharp. So, I mean, ultimately having, a couple months off in between fights, 2-3 months off between fights, getting your back in there would be ideal.
Yeah, that's a good rhythm as well. So you can keep busy, but you can also rest. You can find a certain rhythm, normal,
like a good balance.
A little balance, yes. Because aside of boxing, there is also another Jessica Camara who is interested in many things, I guess.
Well, I'm a busy girl.
Yeah,
I'm a workaholic, you can say. I keep busy. I like to keep busy though.
But you're very passionate about boxing. I noticed it in New York because you were in New York to watch this beautiful Serrano Cruz card with 5 female bouts on it. But you went to Jimmy's Corner, to Gleason Gym, shopping gear, boxing gears, shadow boxing in Times Square. But also at home. I mean, you spend a lot of time in the gym, not only training but helping others to train. We saw you with Natalie a lot, doing pad work at Donnybrook and so on. I mean, how do you find and you're married with a boxer? I forgot to say that. You have boxing conversations as well.
Escape from the gym. They're still boxing at home.
Yes, right. I mean, how do you keep a fine balance? Because it's a lot of boxing. It's a passion. Obviously, it's not just a way of living. It's a passion. But like, sometimes, is it too much? Do you feel it's too much? Do you feel you need to escape from all that world? No.
I feel like it's constantly in a battle of finding balance. But I feel like that's life, right? You're always finding balance in life. Sometimes, I just need that moment to myself to just at my quiet time, to just read or listen to music, just to get my mind right. But I really like to keep busy. I feel like if I'm not busy, I'm just overthinking and I get really anxious. So me just keeping busy, I find it's what I need.
Let's talk about women's boxing a little bit. On that card, Jean-Pascal's card, we have 3 female bouts
Mhm.
again. It's starting to be quite a routine, at least here in Quebec. Here in Quebec, always 2 or 3 bouts on most cards. I mean, most promoters, they have a female squad, we can say that, and they showcase them a lot. You are not signed with those promoters, but because Di Bella is organizing in partnership with Yvon Michel, you got that spot. Same for Amanda Gali. What should they expect? People buying tickets, what should they expect about having 3 girls on that card? I think it's 3 interesting boxers, 3 different boxers.
I think the females are going to steal the show.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. Because there's just a different energy in women's boxing. There's a lot of passion and emotion in it, and when the crowd sees that, and when they actually see the skill that these women have, then they get a different perspective of it.
Yeah, and we are not like 3 years or 5 years ago where the matchups were not that good, and it was last minute matchups often. Now, more or less, we start to have the opponent in advance for the 3 bouts, female bouts. We know the opponents in advance, so all the 3 you can have a full training camp. I've seen you're in training camp. I've seen pictures with Marie-Pierre Hull, who's in training camp as well. Mary Spencer's in training camp. How do you prepare to face Prisca? What do you think you will need to showcase? What do you want to showcase actually?
Well, I can't really give too much out.
No, for sure. Just a little bit,
I've been getting better and better like throughout each fight. So I think what a lot of people have seen, especially in my previous fights, have been my composure and just staying relaxed. And I feel like I'm just able to show my skill when I'm composed. I'm reacting faster. I can be a boxer. I can be a good boxer on the outside. Yeah. I can be aggressive and push back. So, and I can adjust very well in the fight. So I feel like I want to show a little bit of both, but I really, really want to break her down mentally. I want to take her soul.
You want to destroy her from the inside to the outside, Well, that's a good match plan, right? We can say that. You're trained by Ian McKillop. Jan is such a character. I see him like he is so special. He's so interesting. He has a lot of stories to tell. He is calm, but at the same time, he is not calm. That's fun. When you travel with him, because you go abroad in the States and so on, it seems to be always an adventure, like a kind of journey to reach. Yes, right.
It is an adventure with Ian. There's always a story to tell, and I feel like because he's such a happy-go-lucky guy. Like if anything happens, like, oh, it's okay. It could be worse.
Yeah, I was surprised. One of your last fight, I don't think it was the last, but maybe the previous one, you decided to reach the place by car instead of flying. You decided to drive. He decided to drive you like a road trip.
Yeah, we fought in Delaware, and we stopped in Albany, New York, and then we stopped in actually in New York City. I had never been in New York, so he's like, "You have never been?" He's like, "I'm like, no, never." He goes, "Let's go right now." So we stopped in. We went to Jimmy's Corner. We just went for a quick half hour, but we did a little detour. And then on the way back home, actually we were driving to get my last meal before my fight, and he was going to park. He did like a big U-turn, and he smashed his car on the curb, and we got a flat tire.
Adventure.
So Kaylee Reese was actually there. She had to call CAA. We got the car towed to a garage, and then the next morning after the fight, we're supposed to be heading back home, but we were stuck in the garage waiting for his tire to be changed. Well, we made it back home. It's part of the adventure.
Adventure, that's adventure, and that's totally Jan's style. I see him. So, like, how is the mood in the gym? I feel it's a very happy place. The Donnybrook, the gym where you are at, I feel it's a very happy place. There's a vibe there.
There's a very good vibe, good energy. he's always got a lot of stories to tell. We got a good group going on, like, especially now we're doing like, we have a lot of pros training for fights. So we're all training as a team. But I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun, but when it's time to work, it's time to work. So he means business. When we're sparring, like, we got to get down to business.
Yeah, it's not time to play like a clown. You're fighting serious stuff. Boxing is serious. I mean, it's not it can be fun when it's a training time, but like when it's about boxing, it's always a serious, it can be dangerous. It's a tough sport.
Donnybrook, it's like a family. You go in there, you feel like there's a family vibe there,
which is good, which is perfect.
All got each other's back.
Erica's gonna fight soon as well. Your wife, she has a big fight for Canadian Championship.
Yep. We got a Mexican fighter for the Canadian Championship.
Are you gonna go or you can't go?
Yes. Well, she fights on March 18th. I fights on the Saturday, so I'm fighting and then I'm flying the day after.
So you fight, you fly, she fights, you come back. As simple as that.
But my fight is actually going to be for a title also.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be for the IBF International. So we walk out there with our belts and make it home.
And then vacations after? Or no, not possible. Hopefully.
We haven't thought past that. We're going to stay in Edmonton and go to Banff for a couple days. We're going to do that, but then we'll come back home and then decide what we're going to do. But I'm always up for vacation.
Yeah, for party, for vacation, for traveling.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm very excited about what's going next for you. As you say, you're at one call, maybe 2 calls of a title, again, a major title shot. It almost happened last year. We won't give any details, but it could have happened last year and it didn't happen. So that's another proof that you're not too far from it. I'm excited. I will try to be at your fight. If I can't, I will watch it for sure. And I really, really hope you get this opportunity, no matter at what weight it is. McCaskill, Cameron, Taylor, or any big fight, even there's no belt, any big fight against an important opponent with visibility on a big platform would be great, actually. Because that's also why we fight. We fight to fight the best. Right?
So that's what it's all about. If you're not challenging yourself, you really don't know how far you can take it, right? So it's just about challenging and taking it to the top, seeing where you can take the sport to.
And at 140, you're well positioned as well, because we never know. Maybe Natasha Jonas will want to fight at 140, and maybe Terry Harper will want to go down at 140 at a certain point. They are at 154 right now, but we never know. They were lower at not long time before. So opportunities with Michaela Mayer just decided to move up, and she can even move up at 140 as well. McCaskill fought at 140 in her last fight.
Yeah. They just keep jumping from weight classes because they just want to go to where the opportunity is. And you have a lot of top females fighting for that number 1 spot, right? So they're moving around. So there's a lot of big fights to be made.
Especially right now, because everyone is undisputed. So from 126 to 168, except 154, there's an undisputed champ. I'm not talking about Jessica McCaskill because we know she is not undisputed anymore, but she may fight for her own title shortly. But like opportunities to get this title shot, sometimes you will have to fight a lot to reach the top to get this call, well, like good fights can be made in all categories, and you're there right in the middle. So this is good for you. I will not wish you the best of luck because it's bad luck. So I wish you, I would say break a leg. That's what you say in English, right? And hope to chat with you soon when you get this call for this title shot.
100%. Thank you so much for the chat.
Thank you.